Scott, 4-1 victory at Barrytown United. It was a great result, great performance. Certainly from my perspective, looking on anyway. As a manager, you'll be happy with that, but you always want more. How do you get that right balance as you move forward?
Yeah, you always have to look at weaknesses and where you can improve on any game, don't you? Even if you win 6-7-0, there's always things that certain players won't have done what you'd wanted or asked for, because there's 11 members of the team, so there's always little deficiencies, in your side that can be worked on. No one's perfect. Even at the top, you look at the best teams in the world. Look at Man City at the moment. How can they do what they did the last 2 years and then go on this season and be so far behind the hopefully title winners in waiting? So things like that, it's very, very simple. You can always find little things that you can improve on.
Barrytown was then, Cardiff Met is now, and in order to get the full benefit from that victory in South Wales, really you need to get the 3 points from the game this coming Friday.
Yeah, as I said the other day in the interview, it's no good putting on a performance like that and winning with a scoreline like that and then letting yourselves down the following Friday. These things have to be, you need to be getting some performances, results together to get a healthy gap now. It's nice we've got a little bit of a gap there, but let's get an even bigger one. Let's go and really do our work now at this stage of the season to make it easier, hopefully at the end of the season, if we have beaten teams like we hopefully will do, play to our standards that we've set, and the rest takes care of itself. The problem comes when we think we've done it all and become complacent and people get draws against us or they beat us and we're in the same position as we were probably 4 or 5 weeks ago.
That's pretty much the next question there. We're currently 4 points clear at the top of the table. There are 5 games to go before the split. Last season, going into the second phase, TNS, for the first time in a number of seasons, wasn't top of the table. But in the end, it was a comfortable margin. So at least it suggests that the club is in a very good place at this moment in time. But again, as you just referred to, dealing with complacency.
Yeah, I think we were second line when it came to the split. We were second, ready to go into those final 10 games. And if we look at first season in charge, it was 14 points we won the league by. Second season it was 12. This season we've hit spells where we've been excellent. We've also took a foot off a little bit and not played, to our standards that I've, alluded to. So the gap, yes, a gap at the end of the season is important, but winning the league is important. However you do it, we know that the other sides are improving. We know the league's improving. So, if I'm sitting here end of April, start of May, and we've won the league by a similar margin, then obviously I'll be happy. But I want to improve in every area. We've got players that are been here a very long time. Good experienced players, players that have won the league several times, cups. We've also got some young players, so we've got a good mix. We know we probably would like a couple of players in. Having said that, when you get players in, you have to get players out. And at this moment in time, I feel the squad's excellent. Where we're sitting, where we're lying, our performances have shown that. So, am I being greedy by saying we need a couple of players in? Probably, but it's always nice to freshen things up.
In recent seasons, Cardiff Met have raised their game against us. They've put in some good performances and results, and we have to go back to 2017 for the last time that we beat them in the league. However, current form, not only from Cardiff Met but also with the new Saints, suggests that this could be as good a time to play them as we could come across.
That's right. Was it last season we drew here 1-1, did we? Was it 1-1 here? And then did they make the split? No, they didn't, did they? So that's why, yeah. So yeah, lost away. One of our worst performances last season. And obviously this season as well, we scraped the draw. It's one of those teams that do cause us trouble. And like I've said before, they're a well organised, good, young, hungry squad of players that, on their day, can be a test for anybody. If you look at it the other way though, on their day they can get beat by anybody, and they certainly haven't been in good form recently, and I'm sure they're wanting to improve, and any game to start an improvement would they'd relish getting a positive performance here and a result.
It is always about us, of course, first and foremost, but nevertheless it was obviously a good result with Connah's Quay dropping points on Friday. This coming Friday, Connah's Quay also play Bala Town, and that therefore gives us a chance to push on, because points must be dropped from that game.
Yeah, and Bala are doing well as well if you look at their position in the league as well, so it's tight around there, and when teams below us now play each other, then obviously both teams can't take maximum points. It's simple as that. So yeah, we're looking out for that score. Obviously we play on the same evening as well, so like you say, we take care of ourselves, and then we have a look at everybody else out there doing after that. But yeah, looking forward to Friday's game, and if we're anything in the mindset of last Friday, I haven't got a lot to worry about. It's little signs that creep in and suggest that we're not at our best. That's when I start to worry.
You've already mentioned the excellent squad that you have at your disposal. How's the managerial selection headache coming on ahead of Friday's game? Are you on the paracetamol just yet?
No, not really, because I've talked about the subs that came on the other day. If you look at the last goal, with Jamie Mullen's goal, balls into Greg sets it, Curtis, Jamie and Greg are all in the final third, ready to try and score a goal. And if you look at that, nobody else has got a bench like that to bring on. Those three players would get into anybody's team in our league. There's no doubt about that. So I feel confident in selecting the players, and if the players are in a good vein, rich vein of form, then it sort of takes care of itself. I've always been of the opinion that yes, if the team's winning, it can't cloud over individual performances. And I've taken players out of teams before when we've won. I go back to when we beat Bala 7 last season, and the next game I'd already told Aaron Edwards that he was back in the side. So made the decision, stood by it, and if the players can keep the shirt and keep other players out, then it's one of them where it's a nice headache for me, but yes, it is a headache.